welcome to CAFE ENOMA and welcome to our reaction to Johnny Guitar Watson. And it's gonna be a reaction for the song Ain't That a Bitch. Yeah, that's a request by our patron George. And
what the title means is not, it may mean it's like a phrase that ain't that bad or doesn't that suck. So it may mean something on those lines, And isn't that a shame? Isn't that a travesty? What has happened? So that's what they're trying to say, I would imagine.
Okay.
I'm assuming it's a band or a solo artist. Let's start. Never heard Johnny Guitar Watson in my life, so I'm really interested. I'm assuming it's some kind of lot of guitar in this one. Never know. For our patron George, let's get started. Johnny Guitar Watson.
Lord have mercy. I can't get ahead, no way I try. Everything is out of pocket. Somebody do something. The present situation is abstract. Listen. Listen. I'm working 40 hours. 6 long days, and I'm highly embarrassed every time I get my pay. And they're working everybody, Lord, they're working poor folks to death. And when you pay your rent and your car note, you ain't got a damn thing left. Ain't that a bitch? Yes, it is. Somebody doing something slick. Yeah, they are. It's got me wondering which is which. Might as well go uptown and dig a ditch. Ain't that a bitch? Yes, it is. Now, ain't that a bitch? Let me tell you about my qualifications. I program computers. I know accounting and psychology. I took a course in business, and I can speak a little Japanese. Fuck song. Got to work 2 years to get 1 week off with pay. And when I'm on my job, I better watch every word I say. Ain't that a bitch? Somebody doing something slick downtown. It's got me wondering which is which. Might as well go uptown and dig a ditch. Ain't that a bitch? It's way too cold. Ain't that a bitch? Make me wanna holler. Lord, Lord, Lord have mercy to see. Won't somebody please help me to see that, Lord? I wanna play the guitar. Come here, guitar. Doing something slick.
wow.
Listen to this. Stop at the supermarket to get myself something to eat. And when I look at the prices, they knock me off of my feet. I was in the bologna section, and I had to take myself a close look. Now, Abdul-Jabbar couldn't have made these prices with a sky hook. Ain't that a bitch? Yes, it is. Somebody doing something slick. Yeah, they are. got me wondering which is which. Might as dig a ditch, ain't that a bitch? Now ain't that a bitch? Oh, ain't that a sure is something slick going on. Sure is something slick. Sure is something slick going on. Sure is something slick. Sure is something slick going on. Sure is something slick. Sure is something slick going on. Somebody show slick. Sure is something slick going on. Sure is something slick. Sure is something slick going on. Somebody show slick. Sure is something slick going on. Sure is something slick.
Wow, this is a good song. Good song. Really
Great,
thought-provoking,
great song.
meaningful, insightful lyrics.
Yeah.
Beautifully sung, nice tune, the trumpets, the guitar, that solo, the guitar solo,
Come here,
amazing.
guitar.
Amazing. Just beautiful, just beautiful. This was a beautiful song. I remember this one for a long time to come. And it's pretty much many of the lines are relevant even in today's world. It sounds like it's from the 60s
Okay.
or 70s, but I think it's maybe 80s too. But it's pretty relevant in today's world, 2020. What are your thoughts on it all, Kirti? The lines, the voice, the music, everything.
I like it. I like it. I think this is what exactly Motown is, right? The way it goes. It reminded me, the only song that I have a reference is of Bruno Mars, the Uptown Funk.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is more like rhythm and blues, yeah.
You say that?
Yeah,
Okay.
more rhythm and blues, more jazz.
Yeah, jazz for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can call it Motown too.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
It was enjoyable listening to it. I like those the backup singer who was completing the sentences in a great attitude. It gave a character to those lines. I like the way it was sung as well. And these days we don't have songs. We do have in India sometimes folk songs or sometimes even in the mainstream songs about real problems of common people. And a good reflection of it, not superficial, not created in a way that it loses its authenticity. So this had the real problems of a common person. He's talking about him working 40 hours 6 days a week or something like that. So that makes it what, 7 hours a week, 7 hours per day. That's not too much, but his pay is
Was it only 40? I think it was more.
Even I thought it was a lot more, but then I said 40 hours, 6 days. Come on, don't complain about that. Because see, I'm working 40 hours, 6 long days, right?
It doesn't sound like much actually.
It's not
Was
too
that a mistake or what? But everything else made a
Yeah.
lot of sense.
No, but
If
things
you
are
overlook that,
expensive, yeah.
I think most of the other things make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I think they must have meant 70 hours, but it came out as 40.
Maybe, yeah. 70, 80
Yeah,
hours is a
70
lot of-
sounds like
yeah.
the proper hours, which are very hard.
Very, very
Very
hard.
long hours.
Yeah. It's like 10 days a week, 10 hours a day per every week you're working.
Yeah.
So it was, I said only 6-7 hours is working, but yeah, things are expensive. His pay is not enough. Every time when he goes to buy something or to fulfill his needs, it's always giving him a shock. And that's the problems of the common man, especially the people coming from middle class, lower middle class, poor people, lower than even middle class, poor class of the people. It is completely devastating situation every time, every month. The budgeting, the thinking about your funds and thinking about your expenses each month and balancing the things. You do feel like, what is this going on? Why am I in this situation
And the
always?
Prices are so high as
Never
well.
high.
In 2 years of work, only 1 week paid leave. That's very less. Yeah, so these things may be still happening in many parts of the world, and definitely it happens a lot in certain countries in the West, where the labor laws are pretty much in favor of the bosses. It's not in favor of the workforce. So yeah, they have to work like dogs literally, and long working hours, and they barely get paid properly. So at the end of the day, after paying the bills, they have barely nothing left, and that's how they even run into debt. Because anytime anything comes along or they want to buy something special for them, they have to take it on credit, and that's how they run into credit debt, and then various other forms of debt come in, mortgage repayments and all, everything goes haywire. One thing goes wrong in your life, one bad phase, and you're on the road literally. It's as simple as that in such parts of the world. And you can see a lot of evidence of that especially in North America.
Yeah,
Today.
in America alone, a lot of people work 2 jobs, so even 3 jobs. They want to work to keep up with the demands of their expenses and to balance both of them, the income as well as the expenses. But nowadays, I think I heard it last time from someone who's a neighbor from here. They were saying that they are going to eliminate the 3rd job or the 3 jobs per person. You can only take 2. I mean, it's difficult. Isn't that difficult for a person?
Yeah, it's difficult. It's difficult.
They are willing to work because things are expensive.
And this part of the world, in India and many other countries in Asia, this is not a problem because most people work a single job. Yeah, the single full-time job. Yes, they may work very hard at that job.
Yeah.
But they're paid enough to make a decent living. As per our standards of living, I think they get most of the things they want. So I don't
As long as they're willing to work.
Here it's pretty uncommon to find someone doing a second job,
Second
third
or
job.
third, not common.
It's in fact weird to listen to.
Yeah.
But there, I guess in the West, in
It's a
North America
requirement.
specifically, it's very, very common for people to work 2 jobs, 3 jobs because there's so much in debt, so many bills to pay, and vacations and all. You can literally see, you give someone a paid vacation as a bonus or something, they literally
break
start
into tears,
crying.
yeah.
They go down on their knees and they start thanking you. It's that kind of situation. Which here, it's part of life. You go on vacations. There are people I know in my own friend circle, and me too actually years ago, where almost every second week we had a small weekend break. Which is quite uncommon in many other parts of the world. So I like that. I like that we have a different system. But I get what they are saying here. It is a tough system to be in, tough country to live in. I'm assuming it's about North America, either US or Canada. It's tough. And it's pretty much relevant today also there. Yeah. And we are not learning anything from them. Being from this part of the world, instead of learning from their mistakes or failures, we are actually doing the same
We
thing.
follow the same things.
Yeah, which is sad.
Which is sad. Not good.
Yeah, that's it for this one. We'll come back with another reaction video in just some time. Check it all out if you have the time.